Hey guys, time for a sort of late review. Yeah, it's been a while since I actually watched this movie, but I decided to actually do the review since I hadn't done a video in a really long time. So now's my time to make up for it. Today I'm going to be reviewing the film based off of lightly a true story known as War Dogs. This film was basically based off of the story of two guys who struck a $300 million deal with the U.S. Army to distribute arms. Now, in this film, it's more played off as they were best friends ever since they were young. And so, when one of the main character, David Packouz's best friends, dies, his old friend visits and sort of gets him into the arms dealing business. So it was kind of slipped on its head, but it still kind of resembles the actual story. Even though the people who play the actual, people, Miles Teller playing David Packouz and Jonah Hill playing Ephraim Develroy, they look nothing like the actual people that they're playing. Ephraim Develroy looks more like Miles Teller, and David Packouz is actually a bald, bearded man, so it's kind of strange. But overall, I want to say this was actually a really good film. Sort of like a easier to understand Big Short. Both films were about essentially ripping people off. In this film, they basically bought arms off of a site where it told the price that the U.S. Army would give them and then the actual price that they are. But The Big Short was more about the housing crisis and sort of ripping people off with barely even their consent. But this film sort of displayed it in an easier way from their perspective instead of in The Big Short, where it was in the perspective of the people that were getting ripped off and that were trying to stop them. In this film, it's from the perspective of the people that are ripping everyone else off. I just want to get down very quickly. Jonah Hill and Miles Teller did a really good job in this film portraying the characters instead of looking like them. Even though they didn't actually get straight down to David Packouz's music career, they still were able to somehow make a good friendship between these two people that in real life didn't actually have a real friendship. It was more of David Packouz being a worker and Ephraim Develroy being the actual boss. So they made up a fake story that actually worked in the context of the film, which I did enjoy. Another thing that I enjoyed about the film was the fact that with comedy it also blended a nice mix of sort of actual seriousness. It wasn't full-blown comedy like the Hangover films, which this director actually directed. So, sort of a departure from the director's actual sort of theme of film. In this film, it meshes drama with comedy. In The Hangover, it was full-on comedy. The first one I thought was really good. The second one I hate. And the third one was actually it was decent. But this film, War Dogs, definitely sort of shows what this director can actually do. As well as some really good set pieces, this film was built very well. And the cinematography in this film and the different places that they're in was very well done. I love whenever they actually show the place that they're in. They do a wide shot and show the entire place that they're in. And sometimes even do a sped up shot of the city going from day to nighttime. And I thought that was a very nice stylistic choice that I didn't think the director would actually go with. Anyway, those were my very quick thoughts on the film War Dogs that I very much enjoyed. The acting was well done, the cinematography was much better than I expected, and it ended on a note that I kind of actually appreciated that it ended that way. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this very quick review of War Dogs. Like if you enjoyed the video that much, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment if you want to call me an asshole. This is Jared the Collector telling you, always trust your instincts, because sometimes movies can cheat you. Let's see how... Oh, this is 5 to 10 minutes.